Alright, this video is going to be dedicated to the radiator for RB swap with a clutch fan. Normally, you won't have to do this. You can put the radiator in the stock mounting location. But if you get the clutch fan, which is one of the better things about the RBs, the clutch fans are really good. I decided to keep mine. If you decide to run a clutch fan, you may need to do this to get more clearance. Stock radiator mounting holes are right there. That thing is going to be right up against this. So you got to push it back and notch your core support. My core support is currently out drying for paint. By the time this video comes out, you guys will have seen that video. What I'm doing right now is going to drill the new holes for the radiator to mount to. So what I did, it's the same trick that people use to figure out where hood pins touch the hood so that they could drill those holes. I took some assembly grease, put it at the bottom of the little mount holes on the radiator, and then dropped it in. And now I have a point right there. I don't know if you can see it. And I have a point right there. I don't know if you can see it. So that's where the radiator mounts are hitting when I push it back. So I'm gonna drill those, make a hole right there so that I can mount the radiator, and then you'll have to notch this back maybe about an inch or so in order for it to clear at the top, and then you should be good to go. The hoses, well, I got the ISR ones. I don't know about the factory ones. Hoses will reach. That's fine. You don't have to use grease. Just something that you can put on the bottom that's gonna stick to it so that it can leave a mark when you put it down there. But yeah, I'm gonna drill these out. I'm gonna make a decent sized hole, so I'm gonna like square it up a little bit, and then once the radiator is in, then I'll figure out how much I need to notch that when that dries. All right, so got it in the holes, and now I'm gonna try to see like how much I need to notch it back. So this is clearly pushed forward now because the core support is mounted. So I wanted to get my bearing straight. Looks like I'm gonna have to notch it to match these lines. So like just a little bit further on that side and then come all the way across to meet up with this side. Actually now a little bit offset. I wanted to drill it a little bit further this way to kind of get a little extra clearance on this side from the fan and the radiator hoses and stuff. So I'm gonna have to mark here. I'd say probably about an inch would be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna use this for reference, and then mark where I'm cutting down here, and this one I'm cutting that line and just cut across, and this should be able to sit straight up. Fully bolt the core support down, and we are good to go. But it's actually starting to look like a car again pretty soon, which is always great. So let's get to the next one. Not the best cut, but cut nonetheless. I'm gonna put this in, see how it fits, and if it's good, bolt all this stuff down, start doing intercooler stuff. That's pretty much that. Fits in there. I got a little more room than I needed, but more is a little bit better when it comes to room. But now you can see I have plenty of clearance between this and the fan. This is for a temp sensor. I just had this in there temporarily for the time being because it was leaking and I didn't have one. But that still clears the fan as well. I just got to figure this one out because this will get on here, but when it gets on here it'll kink just like that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out that. Outside of that, it's all good. That's pretty much how you do it, or a visual representation of how to do it. That way you keep the clutch fan. Otherwise, you would run your normal radiator setup, but you would have to get a low profile dual electric fans. And you could be hit or miss with that depending on brand. You gotta get a fan controller, all that fun stuff. So yeah, and then I'm also fabricating some mounts that can go to here. Probably have them come off of this and go there or something to keep it in. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you like, comment, subscribe, follow the build. This is a short one, but one that's needed nonetheless. There you go.